Good morning, modelers. It's really early in the morning, but I thought I'd do a video anyway because this lovely little thing just came in the post all the way from Tokyo. And it was even sent by IG88 Droid. No disintegrations. That guy. Right. So let's see what it is. Some paperwork. Other kits from Bandai. Which I also have the chicken walker on the way, I think. I haven't quite decided. It's fair to say I've got a bit of Star Wars fever at the moment. I'm even reading one of the Star Wars novels for the first time. Heir to the Empire. So, this is the kit. The 172 scale Bandai TIE Fighter. I've never ever owned a TIE Fighter before, except for the NPC Darth Vader TIE Advanced, which is a terrible, god-awful kit. But, yeah, let's have a look inside. I get this tape. First bag is the interior of the solar panels, which look really nice. They're moulded in black already, so we don't really need to paint them. And they've got that really nice shine as well that you see mostly in A New Hope. You know, when a TIE Fighter passes by camera and they kind of shine. Wow, these are detailed. Holy crap. The spokes. There are my neighbours being gross. Never to really. These look amazing. These look really amazing. I can't believe the detail. I really can't. That's awesome. Third bag, and we got more incredibly detailed parts. The cockpit, consisting of both a glassless window canopy and glass. I'll be throwing away the glass ones. I'm sticking to the filming models for this. Cockpit, interior, and on the opposite side we've got both halves of the main fuselage. I'm really telling you, like, the detail on these is incredible. I mean, the length of, like, the main fuselage is only, like, middle finger length, but the detail they've managed to cram into it just puts most other kits to absolute shame. And last bag is Death Star tile base and those laser things. That's a cool base, man. I love that. That's great. That's great. So I'm not going to go too in depth with a review here because there's plenty of that on YouTube already, but I may as well show the spurs while I can. A lot of detail. If it will focus, there's a lot of detail. A lot of detail on the figures. They're of course really small, really awesome. Tons of detail on that. Tons, and that's my finger for comparison. I mean, awesome. Just awesome. Yeah, clear parts which I won't be using. Cockpit stuff, A lot of detail on the front there that's really cool. And I think maybe one of my favourite things about this kit is that they've included the glassless canopy, just like the filming model, and on top as well. Fantastic. And there's a fuselage stuff there. Great detail. Won't be using those, but you know, they're quite cool for the kids, I guess. Death Star tile. That's awesome. I think that's really cool. And I have a lot of fun airbrushing that actually. Pardon my sniffing, I've got a bit of a snivel at the moment. So, let's just get on to the build, shall we? Alright, so work's going on with the cockpit. All the parts have been primed, and the original plan was to paint this part with like a mix of black and dark iron, just so it's not completely black, but I was actually just looking at some reference, and the inside is grey. Because the the black panels stand out quite a lot on the reference material I was looking at. The material I was looking at was actually the set from the film. So just what I'm going to do, it's going to be kind of hard to see anyway really, but I'm just going to leave the interior the primer colour, and then just proceed with my hull colours and things like that, my blue-grey for these parts, which I did choose as well. I experimented with a couple of different colours, but I'll be going with a mixture, I'm not sure of the ratio yet, close to 50-50 I think, of medium blue and flat white, and that should give me my colour. Using a brush, I actually painted my test colour there, which I'm really happy with, like right there. So we'll carry on with that. So I'm just putting these stickers on. This is the sticker sheet here, and the ones I'm concentrating on are these tiny little things. The next one is number 17, so I'm just like using my knife to pick it off. I tell you, my neighbours have been so noisy this morning. You might even hear them. I think it must go that way. And there, and I'll just, kind of like a decal, I'll just move it around with the tip of my knife. Down a bit. It's kind of funny the level of detail you fuss about with something that's not really going to be even visible. But I love that they included it anyway. What's next? 18. Here's 18. It's such a nice day out. I'm probably going to go for a run after this. Exercise brag. Get that in there. Sorry, I know some of this isn't really that visible, but is that right? Oh, yeah, that way. Spatial awareness, Scott, spatial awareness. And that one I think is 9, yep. Oh, is it? Okay. This is just a black triangle here, which must go on like this. Perfect. I'm just going to carry on with those, and there's a couple of squares which go on the front here, and then we'll install the pilot and maybe detail some of that wicked fine detail on the back with some kind of paint or dry brush or something like that, and then the cockpit will be complete. And I wish I could today, but I think I'm going to let all the primer sort of cure off and degas before I put my custom colour on here. I can't wait to see these beautiful parts in my custom blue colour. And then what I'm going to do is seal these parts before I install them onto the solar panels, and perhaps do a wash, which I don't do very often, but it should be quite a lot of fun. So moving straight along. Alright, pardon my drop, Matt. I've got my colours for the TIE Fighter. This is XF18 medium blue, and I'm just going to mix it in this clear container with flat white. So I'll put the flat white in first, because I just did a really small test on like a bowl like this, and I was quite happy with the colour there, and it was around about a 50-50 mix, I think. But I'll start off with white. This is just an old Tamiya glass that I've cleaned out. Start with a bit of white. Don't need too much because it's not a big kit or anything. Always like to wipe off the edge of that, otherwise it's hard to get off again. And also a good habit to get into is to put your cap back on, otherwise you end up with a big mess. So, and since this is a darker colour, you really want to be careful with it. Okay, give that a mix. See what it looks like. Still a bit too white. A little bit more. Hope that wasn't too much. Still a bit too white, I think. You just basically want to keep doing this until you arrive at the colour that you want, which I'm getting quite close to. Well, it doesn't look like much, but that actually took me quite a while to airbrush all this stuff. I left the spokes on the sprues because I do want to put a wash on these, so I'll be giving them a clear coat in a day or two and applying probably an acrylic wash. Those are just the wing edges, I guess. I want to give those a wash too. Got some really nice fine detail in those. And I'll put the camera down. And I got this finished. These parts are just sitting here for now. I haven't pushed them in yet. I guess there's no reason I can't. I masked off and airbrushed these sections here. I did leave these on the sprue as I was. Oh, sorry, I didn't. I took them off the sprue and taped them to a bowl and just painted them like that. Same with the underpiece. Cool thing about this underpiece actually is you can rotate it off and essentially take the hood off. And so I'm going to do some detail paint in there and do it up nice. But that's, I don't know, I thought that was really a really cool thing to be able to do that. You just twist it back on and it stays seamlessly. Okay, so as I said, my base colour was, where are we? It was this one and this one, essentially mixed flat you know, just 50-50. Oh, I think I'm a bit tired. Yeah, so it's basically 50-50 mix to get my base colour, which I'm extremely happy with. It's exactly what I wanted. And the canopy colour was actually just straight XF82 Ocean Grey 2. And the console behind was, I try and get as much mileage out of my primer as possible, so I just left that the primer grey. And there's also some parts which go, the primer grey is also the laser cannons, and there's also some parts that go on the side there. Which tree is it on? Still this one. So these parts here go on the sides there, and I just left them the primer colour as well, and I don't actually know where that goes yet. But yeah, wherever possible, I try and get as much mileage as possible out of my out of my paints, and because I didn't want, I think the filming model, I think the like dashboard here and the canopy are the same colour, but I really wanted a little bit of distinction, something a little different. So I decided to do that, and yeah, you can sort of maybe see the pilot in there. I left the interior of the hatch primer as well, just because why not, you're not really going to see it, it's a good choice for colour anyway. I'll probably, after I turn the camera off, I'll probably snap these into place, including this area too. The only thing that really needs to be done on this piece, beside the wash, is, I'll just leave that off, beside the wash is the black window in the back, and of course the interior, the innards under the hood there. So what I'll be doing is waiting for this paint to degas over the next few days, and then get into a wash, and then I'll seal it. So nice, really nice, easy model, built in a week probably. Yeah, and I'll get back to you then, man. I'm really tired, I need a coffee. Okay, so this is the completed fuselage of the tie. I just put the last couple of detail parts on. Just on the back here, just an incredible amount of detail with this kit, it's really unbelievable. These parts just like pop in, all of them do actually, and the circular part I was talking about before is actually a cover for the stand case, in case you just wanted to sit it upright. I'm pretty sure I am going to use the base. This is the base here, it's really nice as well. I'm just going to colour it a white and weather it, and I don't know if I'm going to be using the kit supplied stand for it, because I'm not too fond of it, to be honest. But there is a plug, so what I'm thinking is I'll put the plug in and use like a smaller brass rod or something. It'll be a slightly less dynamic display, but I think it might quite look a bit more professional. So there's that. The second thing is I'm actually building this kit, which is the 1/1000 scale Romulan Bird of Prey. I just wanted to show some progress on this. It's a really nice kit. I haven't done my own video series on it yet, but I ran out of time to paint it today, so there's that. Going back to the Bandai stuff, since I'm pretty much finished with this, I'll be moving on to the ATST, and I really don't like the base for that, so I'm going to be doing my own, and I don't have time to do a big forest display, so I decided I would try a snow base, because we did see an ATST in Empire. So this is just an acrylic brick for cosmetics actually. I have about like 10 of them, and they're nice and frosted on the edges, and I just used some bark chips to simulate the rocks. And the snow is actually a mixture of white paint, PVA glue, and baking soda, and it hardens and it makes this snowy stuff. This is my test base. This is my just a test one, just to see what I could do. I've got another I'm working on here. What I might do though is I'm either going to use this one for the ATST or the third one. I haven't quite decided yet. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with these ones when they're done. Maybe hold them for another project or something like that. But yeah, something I'm working on. Yeah, so until the next update, I'll probably cut the video here, and the third video, or second video, sorry, will be the weathering and just the final. Alright, I'm gonna go get a coffee because I can barely talk anymore. I'm really tired. But working on this was heaps of fun. I love this kit. Absolutely love it. It's awesome. Alright, see you next time, guys.